The Holy Grail gift, documented from the Divine Messenger. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Eduard Schellhammer. I'm not a politician, economist, or so-called expert or guru. I am a psychologist and educator who has devoted years of my life to the study of humanity. Conclusion is that humanity is in a terrible mess, spiritually, mentally, and environmentally. People must evolve and develop beyond the current state. It is not about technology and making our lives faster and easier. It is about a holistic reset consisting of genuine archetypal values. So, let me share with you here my dream for a better world. A dream where we use our collective divine power to end this archaic age, look to the long-term future of humanity, follow the path to archetypal human development. In this sense, see me as the messenger, bringing the gift of the Holy Grail to everyone, a global catharsis of mind and soul for all willing to take this inner journey and help create new ways of living rooted in archetypal personal development. New education for the world. People around the globe do not know why they are on this planet. Since millennia, people have been abused, misled, deceived, and slaughtered. Today, more than ever, a new, genuine archetypal education must be built up globally. People must learn and become responsible for their inner development, for nurturing their 22 mental functions. Cultivating all mental functions is required for the entire humanity. Critical thinking, questioning, and exploring are crucial. People must learn lifelong with valuable books and courses. People must acquire a deeper spiritual understanding about their being on this planet. People must find themselves inside with dreams and meditation and practicing self-knowledge. People must become responsible for the public education and academic education, such as social sciences. Education must serve the people, not the government agendas or corporate interests. People must control the education systems. Who are allowed to eliminate the eternal archetypes of being human, for example, baby, child, boy, girl, adolescent, mother, father, woman, man, marriage. Who punishes those who decompose these archetypes of human development? The 8 billion people. 108 billion people have lived on this planet to date. What did they learn up to today? Nothing. Propaganda, mass media, and insane collective lies decompose the mind of the people. People are exposed to lies to cover more lies. Many people are voracious, greedy, cowards, and worthless. Up to 90% of people live with magic thinking. This is the perfect license for governmental control through fear, panic, guilt, and populism. Most people are lazy to think, never have questions, and therefore they remain stupid and ignorant. Most people do not have an elaborated, genuine self-identity. Most people are sick in their mind and soul, misled for 7,000 years. Most people have no idea what their life is good for. Humanity has not learned to evolve in 7,000 years. The collective mind and soul are poisoned for the sake and benefit of some rulers. Today, mass media is the tool to rule the world. People copy patterns of lives, of belief, attitudes, ways of living, and behavior over millennia. They all repeat for 7,000 years the same mistakes up to today. Sophisticated mass psychology fools the entire world since decades and centuries. On all human levels, greed is fire, operates like cocaine. Absence of spirit and love is the modus vivendi. The broken minds and souls of the people worldwide obey without resistance. For 100 years and more, humanity must repair the damages committed during millennia. Must forgive, reconcile, learn, understand, develop, and build up genuine human values. Catharsis is the only way out of the mess. The economy. Consuming resources without replenishing them will set an end to humanity. Who cares about environmental destruction, contamination, and poisoned water resources? Who cares about the mess, the soul and the mind of the people? Some corporate groups produce immense environmental damages. Worldwide water resources are increasingly contaminated. The brain of prenatal and postnatal babies is already contaminated. Mental capacities are eroding. Damages on land, which is highly human-made, will cost trillions. Some corporations become insanely rich, whilst 90% of the world population remains poor forever. Where will the hungry billions of migrants go? Excrements of humans, animals, fishes, and pharma products land in the seas, find their way back to humans. Sea grounds are poisoned. Everybody can find easily 1,000 and many more examples about this toxic economic insanity. In 10, 20, 30 years, the Western world will cover 5 to 7% of the world population. Everything is bound to crash before that. It is not surprising that the West is panicking. Humanity is on a track to disappear. It seems the Western economic and industrial complexes want to control all vivid and other things. Humans fail. Humans exploit other humans, enslave their own people. Men, and never women, created the global mess with all the wars and suffering. The trillions of dollars are also man-made to control the world. Human face already is a disfigured species. The global economy serves the few megalomaniacs and never the archetypal human development. That is why the entire world population of 8 billion people do not know why they are on this planet. Humanity is born with fear, caught in a maze without exit, and governors converted into weak, self-serving cowards. It seems most rulers in centuries are nothing else than insanely rich monsters. Concepts of religions. Religions do not contain any archetypal concepts of human development. Across the millennia, religions have perpetrated unimaginable atrocities, tortures, enslavements, robbing their own worshippers, and all in the name of their gods. There are no authentic documents attesting to the psychic spiritual processes of the prophets for 3,000 years. Primary texts of the Holy Scriptures do not exist. Essential untruths have been determined and distorted. The Bible was written by completely different, mostly unknown people with differing views. Translations are interpreted repeatedly in many ways. Humans wrote holy texts. Who paid to whom, how much, for what? What was the state of the mind of the people 2,000, 3,000, and 7,000 years ago? Their state of the mind then, as now, was always based around the flow of money and enslavement of ignorant believers rooted in magic thinking. Why should God want that people worship him? Does God need hallelujahs? What for do people need the Hail Marys? What for do people worship in the church? Meditative prayers and not for seeking forgiveness from a vengeful God. Legends, allegories, proverbs, parables, poems, prayers, dialogues, mythologies, and superstition. Where is the true religion? We do not know anything about Jesus. Nevertheless, in churches, priests say always, and Jesus said. This is a trillion-time practiced lie to fool the people. Humanity walks in the shoes of children, naively following magic. There is no holy book that protects children and women, the poor, the elderly, and the helpless people. Religions are a system of manic compulsion, tools for subjugation, exploitation, and abuse. Become like the children, naive and well-behaved, is the advice for salvation. Does anybody know what real salvation is? No peace on earth. 6 billion people believe in a God with innumerable different ideas. Did we create peace on earth? 2.2 to 2.4 billion Christians and 1.5 to 1.8 billion Muslims, plus the 30 million Jews pray to God. Did they create peace? How many people have built up inner peace? History consists of 7,000 years of ideas about God, profoundly magical. Do we have peace on earth? We do not have peace on earth. Does academic life create spirituality, archetypal inner development, and peace on earth? No. Millions of missionaries preach their psychotic belief. There are also 1,000 different translations from the Bible. But we have no peace. Buddha also could not provide peace. The Jewish folk could not provide peace on earth either. Jesus Christ and Christianity could not provide global peace yesterday or today. Does the crucifix create peace or a subtle provocation of hell and damnation? Also, the Prophet Muhammad could not provide a breakthrough for peace on earth. In general, summarized, today there is still no peace on earth. Humanity is as archaic as 7,000 years ago. Something must be totally wrong with religion. Humanity is not free. The global madness of power without soul and wisdom hinders the nurturing of the development of the 22 mental functions. It is obvious for millennia and still today, people live on a wrong spiritual path. The rulers for millennia have periodically committed the worst atrocities. They have committed genocide around the globe. They have robbed, enslaved, eliminated entire peoples and cultures. The omnipotent evil titans hidden behind the curtains take unstoppable satisfaction in destroying everything that does not obey them. Kills, provokes, wars, pose threats and sanctions in the name of their divine mission. Political power can lie for going to war. We know that laws can be created for dictatorial power. We know that statistical results can be manipulated for any system and hidden purposes. We know most people are easily seduced. Governance lies, distorts for the sake of robbery, of destroying other countries, of destroying one's own people, and to install the total dictatorship under the pretext of protection, health, nutrition, a virus, or an enemy at the gates. Governors and the titans have never hesitated to kill many millions of their own citizens. The greatest coups in the history show us today the real titans behind governors. Sodom and Gomorrah is a mythological symbol for this. Earn the right to lead. The old models of governance and leadership need catharsis, must be replaced by healthy rulers with a healthy mind and soul heading in the right direction. Leaders must earn the right to lead. Leaders of all kinds require wisdom, competence, knowledge, and spirituality for archetypal human development. Governors must rediscover the 2,400 years of history about human values and human education. It is all about being on the path towards inner fulfillment. A new understanding of humans, of human development, and of human life must nurture the world. A new understanding of the resources must create balance. For 7,000 years, rulers have been mass murderers, have killed also babies, children, young people, women, and the elderly. This must end now. Who has ever brought these governmental murderers and titans to justice? Justice with the Holy Grail must be established around the globe. Archetypal laws must define the punishment for the people who trigger wars, break constitutions, stunt child development, confine children, adolescents, and adults to isolation. Final words. The list of mad and insane ideologies and propaganda, and the sick minds aiming to destroy and control of the entire world without any archetypes of the soul is very long. The world must finally wake up. To make a little easier, let us start with Europe first. You can listen, you can act, you can follow my advice or ignore me and what is in front of you. Fact is, time is running out for humanity on the planet unless we act now. Follow my dream and let us together end this archaic age and bring in the age of the archetype. Thank you for listening.